Hey guys, this is Apeshit bringing you another battle, first battle of the new year. And so, this is against, who was this against? This was against Saul, apparently. I'll leave his actual name in the description. So, he leads with his Bastiodon, I lead with my Ape. And I go for a Mach Punch, and he brings in that thing, and it has rough skin, and that rough helmet or whatever. And so I'm going to take a bunch because I also have Life Orb. And then I'm just going to switch into my Swampert. And I'm going to be able to get up my Stealth Rocks. And then I'm just going to roar out his Bastiodon. And he's going to go for a Metal Burst, I believe, predicting my Earthquake. Yep. But I just roar him out. And out comes his Porygon. And I don't think I can touch this Porygon, so I believe I just roar this out also. No, I switch out. And I go into Frankenstein. And I guess I'm going to take this time to start setting up my spikes. Yes. So I start setting up spikes while he brings in his... That's the second, or... That's the lower form of Natore. And I believe he told me it has a... the pre-evolution stone, and he's using it as a special defense wall. So I'm going to switch immediately back into Apeshit before he gets up any more layers of spikes, and then I just go for an overheat. And then he brings that thing back in, and it's going to resist so it survives. And then I'm going to go for another overheat so I don't have to touch it. But it turns out it doesn't matter because he has the Sucker Punch, so I'm still going to take a bunch of damage. Oh, I get a crit. So glad I got that. So now I have 10 health left, and I'm gonna die to spikes anyway, so I'm just gonna go for a close combat. And it does a huge chunk to his Poliwrath, and I do enough that he can't set up a sub. So now I'm gonna be able to go back into Natore, I believe. No, I go into Hannibal. That's my Latios. It's named that because everyone knows Latios is brother and sister with whatever it is, Latios. So if you know the Hannibal series, just pretend Latios died. Anyway, he goes into Porygon 2 and goes for a recover. I switch back into Frankenstein, and I believe I get up my last layer of spikes. And yes. And so now I can Leech Seed his Caps Lock, and it's not going to be doing anything with the Ice Beams. He avoids the Leech Seed, so my 90 accuracy isn't really helping. But I can get it off this time. And so now I'm moving up. I'm back in the green. I can probably wall him for the rest of the year. And now I just go for a Power Whip. And he either predicted that or just goes into this guy to try and wall me. And he goes for a Sleep Powder, and it missed, so I hit him with a Gyro Ball. And so now he's going to rest to get himself back to full health. And I believe this is one of those... It's a new Dream World ability that allows Executor to keep using Berry over and over again. I forget what it's called. It's like Farmer or something. You can leave it in the comments if you know. Harvest, that's it. So now he's going to switch out, and I'm going to switch, and I go into Hannibal, and I just go for a Surf because it's super effective. And his red card ejects me. It's some new item. And he goes for a Metal Burst, and I'm really glad he was having that red card. Otherwise, I would have lost Hannibal. He now sets up his own Stealth Rock, so there's just an assload of entry hazards everywhere. So he's going to go for an Earthquake. It's not going to take me out, but I'm still asleep. I'm going to switch out now and go back into Hannibal, predicting another Earthquake. But he taunts instead. That's fine. Hannibal's not taking any damage, so I can just kill him off. So now his Wall of China's dead, and he brings back in Marco Polo. and it dies to entry hazard, so that's good. He now brings in Executor, and it just gets destroyed by entry hazards also. I'm gonna switch into Dragonite, the original BA, and he's gonna take that Leaf Storm extremely easily, and just finish it off with a Fire Punch. I went for a Fire Punch in case he wanted to bring in that little Notoria again. He now goes into Porygon 2, and he's probably either going to go for an Ice Beam or a Recover, but I can't take that risk, so I go into Frankenstein, who does not die to rocks and spikes. And so now he's going to have to take me out. I believe he uses Charge Beam. No, he just goes for the safe Ice Beam and takes me out. So now I go into I Float, my Jirachi, which, true, does not float, but I'm just going to get up a Wish so I can heal. And then I'm going to start setting up my Calm Minds. And then I really should speed this up, but I'm not going to. You can just suffer through it like I did. Well, as much as you can at times 5 speed. So he brings that thing back in, and I just keep Calm Minding. And he's... No, never mind. I'm still Calm Minding. And he's going to Leech Seed me, I believe. Yep. No miss on his side. And because he's the lower form, he has a lower HP stat, so he's going to be getting a buttload of health back every time. So he's going to start setting up Curses and Leaf Seed Recovery. So I'm still Calm Minding because I know I have Psychic and Thunderbolt, and neither are going to be doing much to this guy. So he's just going to keep setting up Curses. And I get my Wish. And yeah. I now go for a Psychic just to see how much it would do. It doesn't do a lot, but thanks to Searing Grace, I'm going to be getting special defense drops. And that's going to be crucial. So anyway, he's still recovering back pretty much all his health from stupid Leaf Seed. And Gyro Balling me for quite a bit of damage for such a bulky Jirachi because of his Curses. And the fact that he's slower than Notori. Because of the fact he's lower form. So I just hit him with a Psychic. And he goes for a Gyro Ball. And it takes me to 72. And then I get my Wish. And so now I'm back in green and I'm fine. But I now set up another Wish. And he goes for a Curse. So now, let's see what happens. I'm just going to go for another Psychic. And he's going to go for a Gyro Ball. And this is going to continue till one of us dies. Pretty much whoever kills off the other. I'm not sure if my Dragonite's Fire Punch could kill it anymore, thanks to all its Curses. So I just keep Psychicking. He's going to Gyro Ball. And I see finally that this game's coming to a close. I'm hoping the Leech Seed doesn't put him back into where he can survive it. And luckily it doesn't. And so now he's going to go into his Caps Lock. Get destroyed by Spikes and Rocks. Get his Serene Grace, so now if he could Charge Beam at all, it's always going to get its boost. Because it goes from 70 to 140. But I'm just going to be able to take him out with 2 Psychics. Good game. Actually, I think this was against the last Taquito. I'm not sure, but I'll leave it in the comments. Good game. Rate, comment, subscribe. Go check out his channel. Go check out mine. And that's right, guys. My Redemption series continues. See you.